The initial box art for Doom 2016 was the first in a long while to catch some serious flack. The whole dude bro holding a weapon trend was hitting its peak at the time, and it seemed like this was the final straw for a lot of people, resulting in a fair amount of discussion alongside a bunch of parodies, reminding us that there's a sizable chunk of the community that still cares about what's on the cover. In response to all this, the higher-ups at id Software and Bethesda allowed fans to vote for one of two reversible covers, the winner being this fantastic piece of art. Now, usually I would never talk about a reversible cover, as the bravery in box art bravery is being confident enough to display that artwork on the front. However, for the 2017 Switch release, they did decide to put this artwork on the front, so that gives me a good enough excuse to gush about one of the most discussed covers of all time. Any old school Doom fan will immediately recognize that this is an homage to the cover of the original 1993 game, with a few notable differences. For starters, the colors here are just a little more powerful. In a genre that's terrified of using vibrant colors in any meaningful way, Doom 2016 stands out with its use of intense reds and oranges, depicting a much more energy-filled experience. You can really feel the chaos of it all, the hell that you find yourself in where there's nothing but carnage, brutality, and hideous demons that screech at you, but the only noise that comes out is... This is exactly the kind of game Doom tries to be, and this cover does a perfect job reflecting that. Another thing you might notice is the difference in how each of these two characters are reacting to the world around them. The first Doom guy seems to be really struggling, but the new Doom guy seems to be doing just fine. And in this brief moment of triumph, we see a glimpse of his true nature. You don't have to play too much of Doom 2016 to figure out that this guy despises demons. So much so that it's by far his defining characteristic. And it's that characteristic that comes to life here. Instead of actually defending his perimeter with his only weapon, instead of actually paying attention to the hordes of enemies closing in on his position, he would rather spend his energy staring down a single demon as he chokes the life out of it with his free hand. Now that is hatred. The aggressiveness of this action mixed with a scene of countless horrors approaching from every corner, all lit by a cauldron of swirling flames and magma, makes for a very lively and energetic piece of art. So good on them for using it for the Switch release, and hopefully that initial reaction will result in something of similar quality for the next game.